Hello, welcome to the Code Beginners. This is our next video in which we are going to learn JavaScript in these 13 simple steps. Obviously, after watching this video, you will be able to have a basic foundation, maybe more than that, and you will be able to go on with JavaScript and you can do further work in your projects or in your files or whatever you are making and wherever you want to use JavaScript. Okay, so what we will be doing in our today's video, we'll just see working of JavaScript. We'll then see the format of JavaScript, in which we'll see that how we write JavaScript code and where to write, and then we'll see outputting strings or in JavaScript, and then we'll watch out on the variables in JavaScript, and then we'll see how can we comment in JavaScript. Then we'll see string concatenation, how to concatenate two or more strings in JavaScript. Then we'll see the operators, and then we'll see binary and unary operations related to that, and then we'll see the length of the string and the substring functions in JavaScript. Then we'll see the arrays in JavaScript, and we'll see that how can we initialize arrays and so many things related to that. Then we will see the concept of functions and making functions in JavaScript, and I'll show you how can you make a function and then to call the function with the variables or without the input or something like that. Then we will see if statements, if and else, and then last but not least the for loops. Then we will be seeing the for loops. So let's get started. Let's come to the working. Let's take an example of that working. I'm going to give you an example. Let's say I'm a user. User will go to a website, for example, facebook.com. What will happen when the user will press enter? Facebook will send user a file. That will be HTML file with JavaScript. Okay, so that file will not be showing the code of JavaScript or HTML. That file, so Facebook will show user the output. Okay, so that page, that HTML page will be showing that output to the user, and underneath that code there will be a lot more functions and processes that will be happening out there. So that is the basic concept of JavaScript. So JavaScript used to manipulate things on the front end, you can say. Most people used to say that. So let's get started after working. So working is done now. All right, so let's come to the format. The format is basically, you can say, that .html file. All the JavaScript code is written inside that .html or .htm thing, the extension file with that extension. Okay, so let's write the HTML code. For example, that is basically the HTML structure. If you're not familiar with that, you can go on my tutorials and you can check all these things out. Okay, so I have also given a link here, so you can also check my HTML tutorial in which I have told you to learn HTML in a very simple and few steps. So let's go to the body and let me see here. You write scripts like this. Okay, so that is basically we showing that we are writing JavaScript. So in old tutorials you must have seen that we'll be writing this type is equal to text / JavaScript, but now there is no need. HTML does allow that JavaScript without that typing that type thing. So you can just type script and you can go with it. So we are done with the format too. So let's come to the outputting strings, and now we will be outputting strings in JavaScript using JavaScript. Okay, so for that purpose, what you will do, you will just type document dot write and parenthesis, the bracket will be closed, and then you'll put a semicolon, and then here let me type here hello JavaScript. So now I'm gonna save this file, and if I save this, and now I'm going on my desktop where I have saved this file, and now it will be opened in Mozilla Firefox, and you can see that hello JavaScript is printed out. So next I'm gonna show you. So we are done with outputting string. So next I'm going to show you the variables. So we can define variables in JavaScript like PHP. So unlike C++ or C, you will be defining variables with just a simple var type. So using this type, there is no need to tell the browser that or variable that this variable is going to be of that type, because if you type here string, it will automatically be converted to string because of this var, and if you type here simply like integer, then it will automatically convert it to var. If you type double, whatever the type you type, if you type a character, then it will be automatically converted into this var. So in JavaScript you have defined just like this, you will be defining variable. So like this you will be defining you will be giving it a value. So to save line, what we will do, we'll just can define like this. So this is the concept about variables, and we are done with that. Okay, so now come to the comments. So how can you comment in JavaScript? You can comment like this. So you put the forward backslash twice, and then you will write whatever you will write here, that will be commented. Okay, so comments, you can see the change of the color, comments, and that will have no effect on the code. Comments are basically for the understanding of the code reader. I mean the person who is reading your code. It will be easier for him to understand what exactly you wrote that line for. Okay, so coming to the next point. So coming to the next point, our next point is string concatenation. String concatenation is basically kind of a handy concept in you can say in JavaScript. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just define here a string variable, string1, and that will be like this. This is a and semicolon. There is a lot more need to stress upon putting semicolons, because mostly programmers forget to put the semicolon on, and the error just came because of that semicolon, and user will not be able to see the exact output if you will miss the semicolon. Okay, so this is a major point. Okay, so that is basically my string1 and string2. In Java, how will I concatenate? I just make a concat. Okay, so that is basically my variable. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna write here string1 simply plus, and then string2. So I'm done here. I'm just gonna need to show that concatenated string now. So for that purpose, what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna write here document dot write, and then parenthesis on, then semicolon on, and then I'm gonna just write here the name of the variable, that is in my case is concat. Sorry for the wrong spelling. So concat, exactly. So just save this. If I go there and if I just refresh this, you can see that this is a major point, that string has been concatenated. Okay, so you can also do that by doing this string1 and plus string2. Okay, so if you do this, you save this, you will have the same output like here. Exactly, there is no difference here. So we are done here with string concatenation. So our next point is basically the use of operators in JavaScript. So how will we be seeing that? Just remove this. Okay, so let's take an example. Variable a is equal to 4 and variable b is equal to 5. So simply what we can do, sum is equal to a plus b. Okay, so if we come to the output, then you just write document dot write, parenthesis on, semicolon on, just write here sum. So there is the spelling is wrong document, and there I'm gonna define where some, so I need to define that. So if I save this now, save this, and if I go and see my on my output that I'm having 9. So same like that, that addition you can do basically, uh, you can do minus, okay, you can do, you know, multiplication by static, you can do division by this, a forward backslash, and you can also do, you know, find the remainder by using the percentage sign. Simple as that. So we are done here with our operators right here. There are so many operators, but these are so general that you must be having that kind of experience. So binary and unary operations, so that are basically, you can see that if I just remove this one b, so that is basically, that was basically, you know, binary operation using two variables like a plus b. And now I'm gonna tell you about the unary operations. That could be a plus plus, that is basically a unary operation, and that is showing you, you know, in my case a is 4, so it must be showing you the save 5. So that will be, you know, if you make it like this plus plus sign here and remove this plus plus, that will be making no difference, except that plus plus in a will be incremented first, I mean 1 here will be added into a, and after that if you will put here plus and remove this, then what will happen, the cursor will come first to a, execute it, and then it will go next and will add 1 inside. Hope the concept is clear. Similarly you can do minus minus on either side. Okay, so we are done here with our next thing, and that was basically binary and unary operations. So now let's come to the strings, and let's find what exactly we can do with strings. I mean, finding the strength, length of the string, and another thing that was substring. So let me define here a string like this, and that is the basically the variable string. And now I'm gonna define, you know, another variable that let's say L, you know, corresponding to the length. So now I want to find length of this string, and think like the strings like an object. Don't think actually it is an object here in JavaScript. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna just type string1 dot length, and then you're just gonna put the semicolon on, and then you if go and just print document dot write, and parentheses on, then you put the semicolon on, and if you write here L, then this is gonna give you the exact length of this string. In my case that is JavaScript 1, so let's anticipate what could the length be. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17. So don't forget to count the spaces in. Okay, so if I refresh this, this is telling me that 17 is the length of your string. Okay, so now let's see the function of substring. So this is basically our string, and substring will do like this, that it would be telling, if I select one point at the string and another point at the string, it will be telling me all the stuff or all the characters that would be in the string. So all the points from that point to the that point, I mean, it would tell you that what this point and this point, the inside thing contains. Okay, so let me do that so that it would be more clear to you. So for that purpose, what you will do, you will just type the string one like this and dot substring like this and put the parentheses on, and let me suppose that I want this correct from this character to this character, or let me assume that I want from 2 to, let's say, 7. Okay, so if I save this and refresh this, so I'll get this VASCR, that is actually from that 0 1 2, exactly starting from this and going to this towards R. Okay, so VASCR. So we are done here with substrings and length of the substring. So next point is important, and that is array. So we are going to define an array in JavaScript. Basically, we can define that with two methods. So let's say variable a is equal to new, and I'm gonna write here array, and that will be, let me say that I want an array of a size 3. So that will basically define the size of the array, and then I'll just simply write here like I want is on index 0, I want a variable like this to be a string, and that is chair. And let's say I want on index 1 I want table, so I'll write here table. And on index 2, that is the last one, basically one thing to remember, that whatever the size of the array will be, the total index of array will be -1 of that. So I hope the concept is clear, because the index is always started from 0, so you have to keep that thing in your mind. Okay, so let me say that floor. So now I want to display that first index, let's say so document dot write, and here I'll write here the first index. And if I go and save this and see that what I have got on our output, so if I refresh this, you can see that table, that was the first index. So similarly, you can display the second and 0th index. So one more way to display the arrays is that you just go on and directly defines array, like here chair, and put a comma, and then table, and then put a comma, and let me have this time an integer value and then a boolean value like true, and then another value like false. Okay, so now if I want to show this, I'll show this the same way. So if I save this, now let me say that I want 0 1 2 3 third value. So I'm gonna show this like this. So if I save this and refresh this, you can see that I have the value true. So these were the basically two ways to define array in JavaScript. So we are done here with array. So now let's come to the function. That is the most important part. So to define function, if you are familiar with Java or C#, or C, maybe if you have ever defined functions, you know what exactly the function is. Function is basically the part of a code that you write in code and use it by using only one name again and again if you have to use that inside the code. So you will not write that code again and again. You'll just write code once and giving that an ID of any name of your choice, and then you will be using that ID inside the code. ID means that name, whatever you give. So let me show you how can you do that. So for that, you will just write here function, and then you will define the name. So let me call that function hello. So put the parenthesis on, put the curly brackets, and then inside it, let me say that I write here document dot write, and I write here like it will print out hello. Okay, so let me cut this and put this function inside the head. So I'll put that inside the head using script, so no need of that. So let me copy paste the function here. So the function is copied right here. So I'm gonna call the function right here inside the script. So what I will do, I'll just write here hello and put the parentheses on, and this will call that function, and it will show me hello. So what if I want that hello to be something, to be saying hello to the input? So var h. So let me whatever you will write here, it will be automatically given the hello. So I write here name. So name, and if I write here, so one more thing you need to do, and that is basically putting the here plus sign. Okay, so after putting the plus, what you will do, you will just simply write here that name. Okay, so that is basically that variable that will be concatenate with that. Okay, so if we save this, first let me give here a name, like let me say JavaScript. Okay, so now I have given an input using this was the variable, and that variable took that input, and now this is going to show me the output like hello, and this variable whatever it contains inside. So if I save this and go to the browser and refresh this is saying that hello JavaScript. So that we are done here with functions. So that was the simple concept of functions here. So if statements, now come to the if statements. We can similarly use if statements in JavaScript. So for that purpose, what we will be doing will just be, suppose we're giving here a variable like a is equal to 12, and we're gonna set here if a is equal to 12, then it is gonna pop up a value. So alert is basically a function in JavaScript that will make a pop-up on the browser. So alert a, so it is gonna give me the value of a. It is gonna show me that. Okay, so if I save this like this, and then I'm gonna go to the browser, and exactly it is gonna pop up to me that the 12, because the value is true. So if the value is false, it is else. Let me say the else. And if the value is let me say false, so it is just gonna give me the output like this, right? And it is gonna give me something like this. A is not equal to the given condition, or it does not satisfy the condition, whatever you may write. So if we save this and go to the output and refresh, click OK here and refresh this, you're still getting, because that is the correct one. So let me make it a false one. So save this and go here and click a is not equal to the given condition. So that's how if statements work. So for not equal, you will put here it's that sign with a single equal. For equal, you will put the double sign to check if it is equal. And for for the other things, if you want to check, you can put other signs, like you can put less than, you can put less equal to, you can put greater than, you can put greater equal to, and similarly like that you can put these things or like this. So we are done here with our if statements. So the last but not the least is for loops basically. So you can do work with for loops here in JavaScript, same like other languages. So most important loop that I have found in JavaScript is the for loop that we will use and that you will use mostly. So the syntax of for is basically like this. So you'll be defining variable like I, that is the, you can name variable anything, but this is basically, you can say, a convention in computer programming that we use I, J, K, some things like this. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna give a condition like if I is greater than 4, and first of all here I'm gonna give I some value, like I'm gonna initialize I, and then I'll just need to I plus plus to increment I, because I want my loop to move on, not stay on a simple thing. And so what I am gonna write here, I'm just gonna print it out here, document dot write, and I'm just gonna give here, this is first, sorry, this is, and then I'm gonna put here plus I, whatever the value of I that will be displayed here. This is the number, yeah, I mean whatever is one number. Okay, so I'm gonna put the semicolon on. So just save this, and if I go on my output, so that will be, this is 0. So for that purpose, what I will do, I just make here another thing to break the line, that is HTML tag that I will use, and that is a BR tag. So if I save this now, it will have a different shape this time. There you go, this is 0 number, this is 1 number, this is 2 number, this is 3 number. Similarly, if you want to change the 0 numbers, so you'll just be doing this. So if I save this, go and refresh this, this is 1 number, this is 2 number, this is 3 number, this is 4 number. You just need to change these numbers in order to change or manipulate the output. There is no reason that you will write here 0. You can write anything you want, I mean according to your need. Okay, so we are done here with loops. So thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel.